Good evening. Welcome to What's New. Tonight we have some nice guests here, and I will let Aris introduce you to them because I don't really know them.
Okay.
Okay.
We have Ashley and Jason Thickley, is that how you say your last name?
Yep.
Who are going to tell you what they do in St. John and tell you a little bit about their businesses and welcome you to St. John and to their opportunities they brought to St. John. So,
Yeah, so we own Heavenly Hair and Boutique, which is a salon. We just bought like the house on 10th and Market. It's been how long ago? About 2 years now that we redid, and then we have put an Airbnb upstairs, and we love it so much that we have opened some, or we're in the process of opening another one. So it's just we really enjoy. Like I'm not from here, and I was a tourist at one time, so I really love to come here and hang out and like show everybody what I used to do. And I design and he puts it together.
oh really? How
Yeah.
interesting.
So we do a lot of the work ourselves.
Well, that's great.
It is. It's a lot of fun. Like I'll like, hey, we should do this, and sometimes he's like, I don't know about that, but it does turn out. So he's very talented. He does construction work and plumbing and electrical. He can do it all, even though that's not his job, but his real job. But we do it together, and we really enjoy like design and working together and bringing things alive and entertaining other people.
Okay, so what brought you to St. Genevieve?
I've always really loved it, and then I opened up a salon here, and we become best friends, and then when we started dating, and it just kind of went from there. So I'm here. He's from St. John, so.
Okay.
I've been here my whole life.
Pardon?
I've been here my whole life.
You have? Okay.
Yep.
And as everybody would say, and who are your parents and your
True
grandparents?
story.
So my dad lives in Lawrencetown, so that's where I'm from. My grandparents, my grandpa grew up here. My grandma's from Lawrencetown, and then they moved to Arnold. So, like my side of the Steckley family is very small. So.
And so that's what you do is carpenter, right?
No, I sell heavy equipment.
Oh, you sell heavy
I
equipment.
have a real job.
That's
Yeah.
your,
Like that's his
you
real
have your
job.
side
This
of
is
the
his
job.
side.
Yeah.
Then we build,
This is something I got him into.
we restore houses on the side, in the
Oh.
evenings and the weekends.
Yeah.
Oh, how
We
nice.
just make it like after our jobs, like me at the salon and him working for WeSee, we come and we do this together, and we loved. It's been really enjoyable just to take something that's, especially those old buildings, like we're redoing the what is it? How do you pronounce it? The old Overly building that's downtown on Leahy.
Jerry's Superette.
Jerry
Super.
Superette?
Oh,
yeah.
Jerry's.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
I used to live next door to that.
Did you? Yeah. So we were redoing that one, and it's so awesome to hear all the stories that people from years and years and years talk about how they went in there and they got candy or they got Overly dog, or the connection to people has been remarkable for us. We
Right.
really, really, really enjoy it.
So the next big question the whole town's been thinking, what is it actually going to be?
That building is gonna be a 2-unit vacation rental. So upstairs is 1,150 square feet. It's gonna be 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom with a library / lounge area. The library is gonna be kind of staged like, an old like 1920s library.
Oh, how neat.
Oh,
And
You
that'll
can sit
be
and have a
up-
drink and like have coffee or wine or whatever, and read a book or just chillax.
Oh, how neat.
So, yeah, we wanted, and then the floors they're 1902, so we want to keep anything original that we can, and the high ceilings, but then we put our spin on it to make it more of a high-end, luxurious place to come and stay. So the upstairs, like you were saying, is 1,100 square feet, and we've completely gutted it and remodeled it, and like I said, trying to keep as much as we can of. There's some old lots and the flooring, and then downstairs we call it Samson's Den because Sam Overly, his family had owned it, and that's who we purchased it from, him and his sister, and so we called it Samson's Den.
Oh, how neat.
And then the next door to that, where the two big doors are, that is going to be a game room, but like almost like a cigar lounge.
Oh, really?
So you'll have a pool table, full
Oh.
kitchen with granite countertops, and a full bathroom, and poker table and dartboards, and so anything that you can. So we've actually, it's been amazing. We've already had people contact us and book us for weddings coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so the
It's not
bottom
open
part,
yet, but-
is that open to public?
It is not.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's only for the people that are staying there.
Oh, only the
So
people
they'll-
that are renting
Yep,
upstairs?
they'll have access to it.
Oh, how neat,
Mhm. Something to
Yeah.
do if it's raining or
right.
bad weather and you don't want to go to the wineries or things like that, you can go downstairs and
Enjoy yourself.
enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I know everybody's saying, there's so many rumors what it's gonna be.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And then I mean, we love talking about it, and we love knowing that we're gonna, it's so neat to have like this awesome place with these high ceilings and this, where everybody can come and, I mean, it's been amazing that people booking it that we're not even done with it yet. And
Oh
it's
my
like, they have
goodness.
that much faith in us, it's just astounds me, like, and it's such a blessing. So we're like literally having a September wedding booked and a January wedding booked, where they booked the entire place.
Well, isn't that great?
And it's
Great.
really a big blessing. It really is.
A lot of faith in what
A lot of
have-
faith in us.
What we have
Yeah,
up
but
here, 'cause
there-
only we know what it looks
Yeah,
like.
like, we're like, whoa, it's gonna come together, but
So you're still working on it, you don't
Yeah,
actually have it
It's not
finished yet?
finished yet.
No.
we're hoping by
It
August.
should be done in August. So-
It was just a lot more, like, we're perfectionists, so once we got in there, we're like, okay, we need to make, this work and that work. And there's even exposed brick walls. I don't wanna give all our secrets away, but there's, exposed brick walls that we're gonna keep.
Oh.
And I love that look, and I guess they used it for insulation back in the day, but when we took the walls off, I'm like, babe, this is so cute. Like, I love it. I love the exposed brick.
In other words, when you get in there and you find some of the old things, the older part that's back from the 18
Yeah.
and the early 19, you're going to keep that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as anything that we can possibly try to keep, we are definitely going to. The downstairs, we couldn't keep the flooring, so that'll be replaced. But we like the new with the old, like, for instance, like Salsa Heaven upstairs of our Heavenly Hotel, which we have all the heavenly themes, so there's all,
Right.
fun kind of things. But upstairs at Salsa Heaven, we wanted the new with the old. So, like, we found this, like, old 1800s, like, old sink at an antique place, and Jason made it work, where it actually works. And we had it powder coated gold.
Ooh.
And so we have that with the old clawfoot tub, but then we also have modern, like, beds and colors and things like that. So we love mixing the old with the new.
Right.
So we're respecting the old generation, but bringing the new into it as well.
Oh, that sounds
Sounds like it's
lovely.
gonna be
Thank you.
beautiful.
We're pretty excited and a little tired, but
I can imagine how tired you are working
yeah, it's
full-time
rewarding,
and-
but it's
yeah.
good. He does really good work. I mean, I've learned a lot. He's learned about hair extensions and Louis Vuitton bags, and I've learned how to put carpet down or hardwood down and paint things. Like, I've learned way more about construction than I ever want to. I'm tired, but it gets me to where I want to be.
Yeah.
These old houses are interesting. when you get into them.
Beautiful. I mean, really, the structure, and it's mind blowing of what you can do. When we
I
just,
don't have a square room in my house.
No, there's no square rooms in the old houses.
yeah.
No, this was built in 1880s.
Oh wow, beautiful.
Someplace there.
Yeah, Jason's always saying if he could go back in time, he would go back where there was no, like, electronics or and I'm thinking, I kind of like my straightening iron and my makeup, but that's good. We'll bring a little of the new and the old.
Mm-hmm.
But these houses are interesting. They hear about in this
Yeah.
town. It's really,
And what people should know, like, I have clients, like I was telling you guys earlier, but that come from back home. I mean, and to bring people in, like, we've had people from Australia stay at our place, in Minnesota and Kentucky, and, like, they see our Airbnb on Facebook or on Airbnb, and they find out, and it brings these people in, and it's great for all the other businesses in town. And
Right.
I just think it's and we hear so often of how amazing that when people go out to eat dinner, or they go out to, like we were talking about earlier, there's always like something going on where you can go attend it, and everybody's talked about how friendly the community is and how amazing St. John people are, and it just makes people talk about it and come back more and more often. So it really takes a village. We tell people this all the time, like, we do a lot of work, but it really takes our community and people that help us out to be where we're at today, and we are very thankful and very grateful for St. Genevieve.
So is the one above your studio the only Airbnb you have?
We, no, that's called Slice of Heaven. That one's been open for a year in June. And we just opened another one this weekend, is the first official
Oh, really?
guest, and it's right next door at 974 Market Street.
Oh,
The
okay.
yellow house right next to the salon.
And she's the sun goddess.
And
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
nice,
Yep.
yeah.
So we've been working on that one to get it up where it's supposed to be, where we think it should be.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's great.
mhm.
I like young people to be so energetic and
Thank you.
love the old things.
Mhm.
Yeah, we really do.
'Cause that's what's gonna make our town stay with the good stuff, but then bring in the new also.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And that's really what our goal is, you know, just to make it a, and that's what I love about the B&Bs also is that you might go buy yourself something new, but when you go for a trip, you know, you remember those trips. Like if people come for their birthdays or for, you know, we had a lady come that was a Catholic teacher that was retired, and she just wanted to away for herself, so she spent 5 days at Slice 7 because it was safe. She felt safe. She felt like she could go ride the bike. She could go for hikes, and she did all of that, you know, for 5 days at her place. So we want it to feel comfortable for people, and we just, I don't know, we really love the way that it's making marks on people's lives. That they say, hey, you know, this was one of the best weekends I've ever had, and you know, we appreciate that so more than we can ever say.
That's great, yeah.
That's wonderful. You said 974 Market?
974, yeah.
Yep. 974 is the new one, and then 996 Market is the original Slice of Heaven.
Where's that at? I live on Market Street.
That's awesome.
It's on the-
Ollie Muffin used to live.
Oh,
It's right there on the corner of 10th and Market. The gray house,
With the yellow doors
the gray house with the yellow door, that's her hair salon.
and the Slice of Heaven
And Slice of
upstairs.
Heaven, and then right next door is the yellow house, the Sun Goddess.
We just painted the doors like blue.
And what's the name of that
Oh,
one?
okay.
The
because
Sun
I-
Goddess?
I live in
Sun
the,
God?
Goddess.
God.
you're on the corner of 10th Street. Okay, you come back 3 houses, and the gray house is back. Next to
Oh,
next to
well,
John
see, we're
Stuckey's.
neighbors. That's awesome. It's a great, see, it's a wonderful neighborhood, isn't it? Like, people come and they're like, they feel comfortable enough to, like I said, this lady by herself. I'm like, that's pretty fantastic when you feel, because everybody talks, the neighborhood is so safe. I mean, Stoopy's awesome. He, like, kind of, you know, watches our neighborhood for us, and the neighborhood, people watch out for each other. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's such a wonderful, wonderful place.
I'm by myself there, and I don't feel
Yeah.
threatened or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've got neighbors on both sides.
And everybody watches out for everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
I have packages on my porch all the time, and people always call me and be like, hey, you know, Ashley, there's stuff on your porch, you know, and then they'll say, my aunt used to live in this house, and this is so cool, and there's a story for it all, which is really, what we really just love hearing all the different stories. We were hoping somebody would give us some haunted stories, but we don't have any. None of our houses are haunted that we know of. I was like, that might be kind of fun, you know, but nah.
That would be interesting.
We haven't heard anything. We're like, well, shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's a ghost among us.
Right. Yeah, I was like, no, we haven't, nobody said anything to us about it.
Well, I didn't know that's where you were.
Yeah, that's where
You
we're
kept
at.
saying Market Street, and I thought, yeah, actually, well, Market Street.
You're like, I'm there.
I just live in the same block you are.
Yeah, it's
Just down
really,
just down a couple houses.
it's a beautiful neighborhood. I mean, that's
Oh,
what
it
everybody's
is.
like, I can go sit outside and have coffee or sit outside and have wine, and we even have an herb garden, like where people
Oh, do
can,
you really?
yeah, that people can pick their like mint for their mimosas if they want it, or you know, we had lavender last year, but she didn't make it this year. But we have brought like everything else, like chives, and we have like a full kitchen upstairs where people can cook if they want to, or grill out, and you could stay in or go out, or the trolley will pick you right up at the place and take you to all the wineries, and so it's fun. I love the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, it's
It's
a nice
great.
neighborhood.
We actually also own the last shotgun house in town also, on 3rd Street, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
On 3rd Street.
So we even rearranged the kitchen where when we actually finish it, you can see the church bells. So because it's beautiful, the church is so pretty. So like we rearranged the kitchen where you you could be doing dishes and look at the church bell. So we haven't got that one finished. She's kind of on the back burner because it's smaller, but we have that one too eventually. It's called Angel's Hideout.
And that'll be really neat.
That'd be it's just a really cute.
Is that the second one off the hill
It is.
by Jefferson?
And
Yep.
Happy, is it Happy that used to live there?
Mhm.
Yeah, Happy used to live there. He said he can't wait to see what we do with
You
it.
didn't do the one up on Ridgeway, did you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Because my daughter bought my granddaughter bought an old house just up the hill from me on Ridgeway,
It's good. It's
just up 9th Street.
yeah.
Now, another plus for St. John is the restaurants.
Oh
There's
yeah.
not a bad one in town.
Yeah, we send everybody every restaurant and phone number, just like anything that I could think of that we would want if we went somewhere. We try to do it. Like, okay, where do the locals go? Where's the numbers? So all the restaurants, we list all the restaurants in town, and then we put what our favorite is. Like if you Audubon, we love their cool cocktails and atmosphere. Cyril's, we love their pizza, and we go through go to Luna's, go to Sarah's Ice Cream. We put that, and we put the phone numbers for them to make it convenient.
That's really neat. Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, when someone asks what's your favorite restaurant, it's like,
They're all
I
great.
like all of them.
I know.
There's something special
Just what are you
that
in the
you
mood
like
for?
in each one of them.
They're not
Exactly.
alike.
Yeah.
Right. And Mimi's I don't even like liver dumplings because I'm not from here. Y'all probably all like liver dumplings.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I don't like them. And, but we ate Mimi's liver dumplings not long ago, and I was like, well, those were actually pretty good. I think it's the name for me, but.
Probably.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't even taste it
Yeah,
because it
exactly.
says liver.
Right. So we just send people to eat them, and fried chicken at, Old Brick. Everybody has such, amazing places to eat and friendly people, so.
That's what I always said, if you can't find a place to eat in St. Genevieve, you
You're
can't.
too picky.
Take your pick, you're
Yeah.
right.
You need to go someplace else.
Right,
You
exactly.
need to go to New York probably.
Right, because there's so many delicious places
Oh
to
my
go.
gosh, they're all good.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
eat when we
even the
leave
little
here.
sandwich shops
Oh,
have
yeah.
great,
Yeah,
great soups and
selling me,
sandwiches.
they're in a league of their own when it comes to and even there's a new little bakery in town.
Oh, Pat's.
Pat's.
Pat's is delicious. It's
Yes.
just so good.
She makes is it Chinese or Japanese milk bread?
Oh my gosh, it was
Oh,
I've never tasted
amazing.
that. Is it good?
Oh,
You
it's a
need to
must.
go down and buy a loaf of it. You won't
Oh,
buy
yeah.
buy bread from the store again.
You'll eat all of it in one night, probably.
did.
That's
because
what
it's
I
so good.
usually do, that's why I don't buy bread, because
But there's
we
nothing
put
you've
the butter
ever
on it and eat it.
tasted that's better. You can make sandwich. You can make garlic bread out of spaghetti one night. Oh, it's delicious.
It's awesome.
And it's
It's
Japanese
delicious.
what?
It's either Chinese or Japanese
I think it's
milk
Japanese
bread.
Milk
milk
bread.
bread.
Milk bread.
Yeah.
I'll have to go get a loaf and see
You will
what it
have
tastes
yes,
like.
and you'll be like, thank you, Jason and Ashley, for this. Or you might hate us afterwards because you'll want it so much, like we do. He doesn't even like bread and he loves it.
Mhm. Yep.
I don't eat much bread, but I do eat that one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's really
good.
good. Everything we've had from there has been really good. The donuts and
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
cakes and everything from there.
And all
is
the
great.
awesome Phoenix. We had some people in the other day, and we went to Phoenix and got them, some food. It's she makes everything from scratch. There's endless amounts of places. I don't want to name drop and then forget anybody, but there is lots of.
That's right, there is.
They're
The
always
little
great.
ones and the
Flash
bigger
Cafe,
ones
their
are-
cheesecake's on its own league. I tried to make some, and it did not taste anything like that. Hers is amazing.
Yeah.
So.
And everyone has their own specialty.
Right, exactly. For
So
sure.
how many places have you redone so far?
The only one that's complete is the hair salon and the Airbnb, which we did that in 2 stages. We bought that in June of 19 and completely remodeled the inside, outside, gutted the whole thing, and
Yeah.
she
Oh.
moved in September 1st. So two,
It's
2.5
really
months.
nice.
2-ish months.
Thank you.
And then we worked on the upstairs to get the Airbnb going.
COVID helped us with that. So that's what we did during quarantine. You couldn't do
I didn't know
anything.
that was up there.
We did, yeah, we got
Yep,
it
so
all
that
finished.
opened in June of 2020. And that thing has been booked every single weekend except for Halloween weekend. For the
I always
entire
see
year.
somebody lights on up there all the time.
Yep, so
Should be
then,
great.
Well, with Halloween weekend with the
know.
cemetery thing. it
I don't
looks
know,
like it
yeah.
would-
I don't know if it just happened like where we didn't, but we're booked a lot through the week too, and it's just and we love it too because we know there's a lot of other B&B owners, and we all talk and we send each other, like there'll be a wedding party coming, you can't accommodate everybody, so you're like, hey, let me give you this person's number. They have a couple B&Bs. Well, like we love the people from Audubon. They have a hotel upstairs. We talk to them, like there's so many people coming in with the national park that.
That's
There's an
great.
endless amount of people that we want to work. We work together with every other owners as well because we understand how it goes.
So you have those two, you have that done, and then you're working on these other ones now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Sun Goddess
the
is
sun-
almost ready.
the
so.
Sun Goddess is ready, pretty much. I mean, they've gotta put some paint on a couple things, and the Sun Goddess is ready. So those two Airbnbs are ready to go. Heavenly Hotel down on 3rd and Leahy, the big building,
The black one.
the black one will be ready to go in August. And then
Oh.
after that, the little shotgun house, which is Angel's Hideout, will be the next one in line. And it will probably be done by the end of the year.
And that's nice that they're all pretty close to downtown where they don't have to walk far to go to Main Street and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to all the downtown restaurants.
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, people that are renting the Heavenly Hotel, they like, even though it's still a 10-minute walk for the weddings at the church, they're still going to walk it. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you're not very far,
Right.
and you could just
Get good exercise
get
on
good
that.
exercise and yeah.
We walk to school from there every day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right, exactly. We even have bicycles at South of Heaven and Sun Goddess that people can use the bicycles and ride into town, and that comes included.
That's great.
That is. So what did you do with the smokehouse behind Jerry's? Is that still there? Or was that already converted to something else?
I think it's probably built. Yeah.
This, the smokehouse where I presume it was is not there anymore
Oh, it's not
because
there.
the structure was no good.
Oh, okay.
So that is now a covered patio.
Oh, okay.
The original walk-in cooler is a bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be a bedroom. And then, that's in Samson's Den side. So each unit in that building is totally different. Like I said, the upstairs is more 1920s kind of feel. Downstairs, Samson's Den is very modern, all white granite, white cabinet tops.
Oh, neat.
White cabinets, giant gold chandeliers, fancy ceiling fans. And then the game room on the other side is a high-end cigar lounge feel. It's painted, it's gonna be painted super dark blue, give you that just go in there and relax kind of vibe. So each unit in there is totally
How
different.
neat.
And the exposed brick in the bathroom next to it, it'll have a full bathroom in the downstairs, I guess stand-up shower, and and it's got the exposed brick, and it's just beautiful.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, so we're planning on when we want to have a ribbon cutting with the Chamber of Commerce. Like I love Dina, and I talked to her about the ribbon cutting again. So we want anybody and everybody who wants to come and walk through and see it are more than welcome to come that day and look at it. So we're hoping, sometime in August, and we'll keep it on our Facebook page, like whenever Heavenly Hair and Boutique, we're going to have that ribbon cutting on a Friday afternoon, and we'll just where people can walk in and go through it and just look at it. I mean, so many people have been there their whole lives in and out of that place, and have so many memories, and so we just want to be able to open it up for everyone to come and enjoy it.
That's neat. So that one back door goes upstairs, the one side door goes upstairs, and the other one goes to the back
Yes, the
of
back,
the
the
downstairs.
farthest door goes upstairs, and then the next one is what we call Samson's Den, the downstairs apartment, and then the double doors is the game room.
How neat.
And the game room we named Water to Wine.
Named what?
Water to Wine.
Oh.
Like when God turned water into wine, that's the cigar lounge. And then upstairs we named it Eden, like the Garden of Eden. So we love to keep them with all the heavenly, and we are property lovers. That's what we decided to call our business together. So
How
That
great.
sounds
That's
really
wonderful.
neat.
yeah, it's fun. It really is.
We're excited. We're really proud of the black building.
Yeah, because that was massive. Like, you know.
I bet that was a massive undertaking.
It really- it was.
Especially they already had apartments downstairs, correct?
They did, but it's totally down to bare studs
Oh,
and no
okay.
walls whatsoever.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't like the layout.
So we just
So-
redid it.
We completely gutted it down to studs on that side, and the other side, where the game room is, same thing.
Oh, okay.
There's not a wall in that thing.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So it's all open like the store used to be?
Yes.
The only wall that's in that side was I built a bathroom in that back corner where the exposed brick is.
Oh,
And
uh-huh.
that's, the
We
rest
love
of it
that.
is all open concept.
Oh, my God.
You know, like the old, like these kind of windows, there's one like that in there, so we wanted to keep it as well, so that's in the bathroom where it's like, what do you call it, baby? Like frosted glass or whatever?
It's glass blocks, glass block windows.
Yeah, and that
natural light.
distorts, yeah.
Yeah, for natural light in the bathroom.
And
That's
this
where the
looks
bathroom
neat
is.
too, because it's older and probably original, I'm sure, so.
That is amazing.
Mhm.
And you can go in and just,
She just tells me what to do, and then I just
And
make
you
it
do
happen.
it.
She says, I want it to look like this, and I figure out how to make it look that way.
And that's great, that's a wonderful talent you have.
Thank
And
you.
you have a wonderful mind.
Thank you, thank you. I drive him crazy because a lot of times I can't sleep. So I'm like, we should do this, and he'd be like, oh my gosh, let's talk about it tomorrow. But
So you don't write your ideas down, you go, hey, hey.
Yep, exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. She wakes me up and says, hey, I got an idea.
And we're newlyweds, so we will only be married 3 years on New Year's Eve. So we've done all of this in just a couple of years. So that's pretty crazy too when I think about it.
you've been busy.
Yeah, never a dull moment. I think he thought he was busy before me, but
No comment.
No, you're really busy.
It keeps us busy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
we keep our son busy too. We have a 9-year-old, and he'll be 10 in August, and we get him out. It was so amazing because we had a guest stay with us, like I think it was like 2 months ago, and she loved it. She was like, actually, I've been in we go to B&B's all the time. She goes, you're the first one that I didn't bring my own cleaning supplies with because I'm a total OCD person. And she goes, your B&B was so spotless that even my husband enjoyed it. So that just made me feel really great.
Oh, yeah.
And then she rebooked it again. They came back, and they were a couple hours away. They came back for 4th of July. And so we were working on the new place, and we had our son, and he was, we were taking out brushes and working, and they were like watching him out the window, and they came outside, and they were like, we have never seen a kid work the way your kid's working. And they're like, you should take our son for a while. And their son was like 17. They're like, we were wrong. I don't know what we did. This kid's not working. They said it's so refreshing to see a child enjoying it, And I said, Parker, are we working you too much? He's like, no, I really like it. It made me feel good. He really liked it that those people were saying their son was so much older than him, and he was out working that kid. They're like, so we get him on it too. He has hammers, and we have him carrying brush, and he works right along with us.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, so.
So many people don't do that.
Right. And I was like, it's important to us that, he's not just staying inside all the time playing video games or on electronics. Like, get outside and go pick up something, and, so he works right hand in hand with us on both, so.
We don't have video games at our house.
You don't have what?
We don't have video games at our house.
Oh, no, those are,
Yep.
Too much to do.
Go out,
Like,
go outside and play.
Find
you
something
know.
to do.
That's what he does. Goes out and rides his motorcycle or plays in the dirt like a real boy should.
that's
Yeah, that's
exactly
what they
what
should do.
all children
Oh,
should
yeah.
be doing.
They
Oh,
shouldn't
yeah.
be sitting in front of the TV or
Nope.
in front of the game.
And he's
That's-
so strong. I mean, he's this little tiny thing, and he's strong. Like, he'll always say, I'll help you get that. And he'll pull up, whatever I'm carrying, because he thinks I'm not strong enough. But it's really awesome to see him work and feel so much validation for what he's doing. And, like, you guys, he's so grateful for us teaching him things, even though there's some days he doesn't want to. But we make sure and reward him, and we open him up an account, and we put money in there and when he does things, but not overpay him, like, this is life. So,
He'd be quite a young man.
we're pretty proud of him.
He'll grow up certified man.
Thank you. I mean, we're really proud of him. So this is a family thing. Like, and we want him to see what we're doing, that we're doing the work. You know, we're spending super late nights and weekends, and we're tired, but it's rewarding. It makes us happy. We make other people happy, and so he sees that, and it's just a way of life for him. So.
And that's how most children learn, what their parents,
Oh, yeah.
what they see their parents do.
Because he told us, he was like, yeah, I'm help build like Heavenly Hotel. He worked with his dad like hours down there, and he was like, oh yeah, we're doing really good with this building. You know, I'm getting our floor taken up. You know, he has like sticky towels in the downstairs he was pulling up. So it's
Oh,
really
wonderful.
it's been a great thing all the way around for us. Tiresome, but worth it.
You're very busy people.
Yeah, we just ran here from the salon, like literally. Like, we gotta get here. So.
Great, that is wonderful.
Well, you're an asset to St. Genevieve.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot, truly.
Yeah, thank you.
We really appreciate it. Spread the word. Yeah, anybody need somebody's store to stay? We'll take care of you. We'll bring you in.
Mhm.
Now we need about 100 more young people
Well,
to start working really hard like that.
we'll finish what we got and see what happens. Maybe we'll buy some more.
Yeah, well, might as well.
We'll prepare his son too when he gets older.
Yeah.
And then he can learn bookkeeping and management and all kind of things just from their businesses.
Mhm.
But you know, we have some really great friends of ours. Some of our best friends is Todd and Janie Okenfoos, and they have a son who just turned 14 this summer, and literally he's been mowing our yard for 2 years, and he sends me a spreadsheet on like where he mowed, and how much it was, and how much I owe for the month, and he just turned 14 years old, and this kid does a superb job. Like when it comes to mowing lawns, I mean, I'm blown away, and his parents are the same way. They're younger, and they're teaching their children to, you got to work hard. I mean, they have been push mowing. They have a zero turn or whatever it is, but lanes out, push mowing, weed eating, like taking care of the lawn, and
Isn't that
sends me a spreadsheet with what I'm like, there's adults aren't that great, and he has all this money he saves, and like, you know, and he takes care, and like his little sister today, she comes in and she works with me at the salon, so I'm teaching her how to cape people, and you know, she's just having a hootin' time. She's gonna be 10. So,
Isn't that
you know,
wonderful?
and so it's really good to see. I think there is a lot of our friends that are wanting the old ways back, and the hard work and things of that nature. So we're happy to be a part of that, even though we're millennial babies.
Well, I know that house looks
How
nice on the
wonderful.
corner, down the street from me.
Thank you so much.
Really, it really looks nice.
Yeah, it's like, I know, I love it. When we go by, I'm so like, oh, you did such a good job, you know? It's like, it makes you proud when you actually are the ones, like, getting blisters, and, I mean, he had me sanding floors. I painted the roof of that place.
Did you really?
It's not very pretty right now, but, but I was up there. I mean, I'm only 5'2", and I'm, like, trying to get it all painted, but with a big old mop, but it's really rewarding when you know that you're the one who put the work into it and worked hard to get where you get. Because I mean, our families are not wealthy by any means. We come from poor beginnings, and what we've done on our own, just by hard work.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Thanks,
That's wonderful.
and good credit.
Well, I think our street looks nice. We go through town. A lot of people come through Market Street.
Right.
They use
Yeah.
Market Street a lot.
They really do.
That's a very busy street.
It's a very busy street.
And it looks nice.
And that's how we bought the Heavenly Hotel, which we call it, you know, downtown, the old Oberly building, is because we were out putting Christmas lights up in early November last year. And Sam went by and he was like, man, you guys are doing a good job. He was like, we got a building that, you know, you guys might want to look at. I'm like, oh, okay. So honestly, that's how we bought
Oh my
that
goodness,
building.
isn't that great?
Yeah. He's like, I love seeing what you guys do, and when it's in your family, you want it to be taken care of, and you don't want it, you know, you don't want to just hand it over to somebody who's not going to love it, and he knows that we have loved our building. So, yeah, that's literally how we bought Heavenly Hotel, Sam Moberly come up to us. So we're like, we're gonna name Samson's Inn after you. And come over by the trolley and pick people up. So they're wonderful people, him and his wife Mary and their sister Sarah. Like we've been really blessed with great people around.
Yeah.
Great. I'm glad to know who I got down the street.
She's like, yes, we have neighbors.
Yeah, well, I go by the house all the time.
Yep, that's us. It did fast too, didn't it? Like, and now I look back at the pictures before, and I'm like, whew. You know, like when we had our opening, and people were like, yeah, this was an eyesore for a long time. And like somebody told us that we were in.
That house, so there was a edition of Time magazine that the back corner of that house on the corner, the white, or the Heavenly Hotel, Heavenly Hair, the salon, there's a picture, like a side view picture of that and the two sheds in Time magazine for the poverty of Missouri.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
I have a
So when
I have a
was
copy
that?
of that somewhere.
You
I don't
the
remember.
year?
I don't remember what year it was or the edition. You know.
Because it was kind of just like, started to
It
get kind
was.
of ran down.
It was
and
looking really
the
bad.
old buildings
Yeah.
and I really didn't. I mean, I knew our vision, but I look back at photos. I'm like, how do we? I cried a lot. I did.
bet.
I was like, oh my goodness. But we got through it. And
I think in the 60s, late 50s and 60s, it was still pretty nice. And then after that, it just kept, different
Well,
people kept moving in it. And
Right.
after Mr.
After a
Melker
while.
died, yes.
Well, and the thing about the downstairs was nice. I mean, when we bought it, it was really pretty much turnkey. I mean, if it was like for a single part, I mean, but we saw it as, I wanted it as my salon. I wanted when people to come to get their hair done by me, I want you to be able to have a complimentary glass of wine and have some coffee and look out the big front window and feel like you're at home. So
Right.
that's why I wanted that as my salon. I've been doing hair for 15 years. So that's why we wanted that building. But that's the only reason it was not a bad building inside. I mean, it needed to be painted. There was a big old tree we had to take down, and the buildings in the back and the upstairs was we completely gutted it and remodeled it. But it's came a long way.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. So we do appreciate so much hearing people say, it's
Yeah, and it's a
beautiful
shame
and-
so much history is lost because of people passing away and not
Yeah,
passing on.
right. Absolutely. So,
And then the younger generation, like my generation from Mr. Melker's generation, there were a few years. And then after that, everybody kind of lost track until the next generation took it over, and then they can tell you the story.
right.
Yeah.
And it's fun when you hear those people. Like, we always look what we're going to find in the walls, like, what do people, because back then, you never know, like, what you're going to ever find. We found, trinkets here or there, but nothing of any, okay, we're like, man, we're going to find money one of these days. And we never have yet.
I know
It still
when-
hasn't happened.
Like split that picture open and
Right?
there's $1 million
Oh,
bucks
yeah.
hidden in there.
No, we haven't found $1, but we're still looking. We're still looking.
When they put the siding, the siding on the house, they
Do what?
when they put the siding on the house this last time, on my house, they found that the whole front of that house is brick.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
It was lined with brick in the studs. That's what they use for
Oh,
insulation.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's the studs in it. Because this guy bet more nails. And they said,
Oh,
why
yeah.
are we breaking nails and why are we busting this stuff?
Wow, that's crazy. I think it's neat. Like, even in my salon, I have an exposed brick wall.
Do you?
Because I know it was just for insulation back then, but I think it's beautiful. Even though it's like not perfect, it just has that. And I get people talk about it all the time. And at first it's like, babe, like it's and I'm like, no, I like the rustic like look of it, and it's old and it's. I mean, Jason's like, nobody was supposed to see those brick walls. They hit them up for a reason. They're insulation. But I think they're beautiful. So we have kept those.
It's a very nice accent in a room.
I think so. I do. So
And especially because it's from that age way back when.
Right.
And people can see how hard people worked, actually. A
Oh,
lot harder
gosh,
than
yeah.
slapping that insulation up there and stapling
Oh,
it.
yeah, for
Yep.
sure,
Yeah.
For
for
sure.
sure.
Mhm.
So, you got any more ideas you're gonna do, or are you just gonna do what you got and take a rest for a while? Or it depends on what comes along.
It depends on what comes along.
Yeah.
I've talked about this a few times. Like, I would like to buy one of the houses in town that's pre-1900
Oh, uh-huh.
and make it kind of modern, but period correct. You know, things like that. I think she can design something that would be pretty neat around that idea,
Right.
Yeah.
you know. But we'll
They don't
see.
let you do too much to those old houses, so.
Not on the
No.
outside.
Yeah.
They put a stop to mine.
Mhm. Yep.
You
Yeah,
had to
we-
have certain
yeah.
siding on it, and I had to have the porch put back exactly the way it was. And they used different material, but I had to put it exactly the way it was.
Mhm.
Right.
Everything had to be exactly the way it
Yeah,
was.
We've been
we've been through that with the shotgun house.
Oh, I
You
bet.
know,
Yes.
that one is in a historic district.
we appreciate,
So the front
Yeah.
porch like yours has to be exactly like it was.
Yeah, it has to be.
Mhm.
yeah.
And the lady that's got the house on the corner, they've really fixed that up nice, painted it. It used
Mhm.
to be a little run down, whatever.
Right, yeah, yeah,
And now they got the wash house stripped, ready to
Oh.
paint.
right,
Yeah.
yep, yeah, they're taking care of
That's
it.
awesome.
That's great.
I
yeah.
I stopped one day and I said, I just want to tell you that I'm sure happy that you're doing that because it looks so wonderful. And she said, well, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I think people should do that because it shows people that
It can be done.
citizens appreciate
Yeah.
what's
Oh,
happening
yeah.
in the town.
And even with us, I mean, you know, we go antiquing or we find stuff on Facebook Marketplace and we make things work with not a whole lot of money. You know, you can really fix your place up and make something you feel really good about it with not spending a fortune.
Right.
You know,
Hard work.
oh yeah, for sure. And YouTube, you find you get how to do a lot of stuff on YouTube. So
YouTube has the answer to everything.
They do.
If you don't know, just YouTube it.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
YouTube it or Google it.
right,
YouTube
absolutely.
Last
Google.
night we had an art guild meeting where we were making art out of address labels.
Mm.
And so we were trying to think of what the Air Force's song was, but nobody could think of it. So I
Mhm.
said, let's Google it.
Yeah.
So it started playing and everybody started singing it.
Right?
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it's amazing all the things you can learn now.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one good thing about technology.
Yeah, that's true. I do like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
he likes that too, even though he's old school.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, you guys, thanks so much for having us. Like, we
Well,
really,
we're happy that
Yeah.
you did, for sure.
yeah, we really
We finally
appreciate
made a
it.
connection after a
Yeah,
long
sorry it took
time.
us a long
Oh,
time.
that's okay.
It's been a little
In your
crazy.
own time, that's what you were told.
Yeah.
Well, now I know
Yeah.
who my neighbors are down the corner.
Now you know where you can find us.
Mhm.
You can say, hey, come have a glass of wine.
Yeah, I like wine.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes, and she's got a lot of pecans too.
Oh, I love pecans.
Yeah.
She didn't like the pecan tree.
Those little, what are those little whirling things
Yeah,
that come off? I've got gods that those things came down, and they always say that means you're gonna have a lot of pecans. Well, last year is the first year that I did not have an overabundance of pecans. But if it's true that those things does that, I'm gonna have an awful lot.
We'll come get some.
And I've just got 2 trees.
Oh man, I love pecans.
What was it I got
Yeah,
off
I
of?
do too.
I hate
2
selling.
years ago, I got 400 pounds off of.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
That's what they sold.
That's a lot of pecans.
Do you sell them, or
I
do you
would've been
crack them, or
selling
what do you
them.
do with them?
I have a guy crack them, and then I sell them.
That's awesome.
There's
There
a
you
man
go.
that
Hope you have a lot
got a
then.
machine, Weiler,
Mm-hmm.
and he
Yeah.
cracks them for people.
Oh,
Gotcha.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're so easy to pick out because they just fall out of the shelf.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's something to keep
And
in
it's
mind.
really nice, yeah.
He's got it set to where you don't lose very many.
Right.
We'll
And
come
they
buy
both-
some pecans from you.
And most of them come out half.
Yeah, they do.
There's very few little pieces in it.
One tree is small pecans, and the other one is the in-between pecans.
Yeah, and those have the best flavor. the in-between
The little
job.
ones,
Oh, you like the low ones the best?
Well,
I
they've
like the
got the
middle
best
ones the
flavor.
best. Oh, okay.
they have.
Do
Oh,
they?
They got a good flavor.
Can you make a good pecan pie?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, you hit me up, maybe you should get that.
I'll run down the street to you.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I'll give you some wine.
That
I make
might
pecan
not-
pie. That's a thing that kids always say when they come home for Christmas. We gotta have pecan pie.
And a lot of people can't make them. They're kind of hard. I always heard. You know, I don't make them, but because they like people can't. Not a lot of people can make good pecan pies. I don't think.
They don't usually get too hard. I got a good recipe.
I
It's
never
love
did make
that you
one.
make them with it. You know. Can you make a pecan pie too? See, I get it.
No.
Can you
Make
do-
pralines too.
Oh, now we're talking. I'm glad you're a neighbor.
You'll be a very friendly neighbor.
I know, you're an awesome neighbor.
I usually make too much. Kids always say, Mom, you make too much stuff.
Well, just give it to us then.
Yeah. So
Well,
she was
I give it
saying,
away.
she'll be walking down some stuff. Oh, we'll come to you.
Yeah.
That'll be better.
No, we'll
because
come to you.
She has trouble every once in a while.
Yeah, we'll come.
Yeah.
We'll come to you, and you can see our cute little son.
I'll send him up the
We'll send
street.
you up the street. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he would be good to help.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can I borrow your son to pick up some pecans?
For sure. We'll send his little booty down there.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll send him down there.
That's
for
what I
sure.
do with my neighbor. I hate picking up pecans.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes my back hurt so
Oh,
bad.
I know.
So we have a pecan tree. Some years it's good and some years it's not. So I let the squirrels have them most of the time. But one year we had so many. My daughter and I were out there picking them up. And my neighbor said, "You got a lot of pecans?" I said, "Come on over. You can have what you pick."
She's like, I'll come get them
So
for
she
you.
said, "No, I'm not taking them." And so when I cracked them, I split them with her, and I gave her half of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are such a joy. It was, seriously, that was a wonderful. This is wonderful. So.
Well, we're so happy that you came on. Now everybody knows what the building's going to
Yes.
be, and all the rumors can quit.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I heard Mississippi Line is going to rent it from you and make offices there.
Oh
What else did
wow!
I
I was
hear?
going to ask you what rumors have you heard because that's
Let's see
interesting.
what else. Well, I heard the true one first, and then after that, I guess the one lady said, "No, that's not right now. It was supposed to be an Airbnb, but now Mississippi Line's going to have their offices there." And I said, "Way down on 3rd Street."
That's funny.
Oh, it
It's
was.
funny how rumors get started.
I
Isn't
know, somebody says something
And
and
it
then
just
somebody
keeps
else
on
changes
going.
it a little bit more, a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
we're
sure
delighted
glad
to
to
have
see
you.
that. And the house next door is where I grew up, and they've really, it used to be white shingle,
Mhm.
and they've got a nice siding on it now. It looks like they were taking care of it. I'm glad to see that. I don't like all those fences in those backyards, though. When we were kids, there was never a fence.
Mhm.
Everybody was in everybody's yard. I mean, and now it looks like, okay, I don't want you here, and I don't want you here.
I
don't
can see
want
where
you
that being
here.
different. I mean, growing up that way, because we kind of grew up with fences, so I guess
You
it's
should
not a
walk
big
in my
deal.
backyard. It's just open all the way across 4 yards from my yard.
And that's
Almost
how,
to the back of the
it was down
Knights
there
of
on
Columbus
Whitehead.
house, almost to the back of that.
Well, that's
It's all
what we.
open.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the thing that we did with Slice of Heaven, you know, having the B&B, and then the awesome big backyard that we have at, you know, at the Sun Goddess now, we took down that little fence so people can go and they can socialize with other people. So it's a common backyard with a fire pit, and we eventually want to do a TV screen in the backyard. So
We'll have an outdoor theater.
Oh, how neat.
yeah, so then people can kind of socialize with other people that are coming into town and
Right.
and hang out and not have that separation. So
I like it back there. You sit back there and it's all open. I like it. It's better than all those rickety old fences that was down there.
Well, I was told that the black building down on 3rd and Leahy was like a bar and a dance hall originally
Oh,
in
really?
1903 when they built it. That's what its purpose was.
And it was Baumstark's Park back then.
Right, and there was
So
just
it very
that,
well could have been.
big oak trees all the way to the river. Like there
Oh.
was nothing else there.
I bet that's
So,
so, because
mhm.
that used to be Baumstark's Park.
Yeah.
And then our house, I think that one next door was built in 30s, maybe, something like that.
Mhm.
Late 20s, 30s.
Right.
And then all those houses around there are about the same age.
Yeah.
Well, if you know anybody that has pictures of the place, the original, of our original place, we love copies. You know, we like to buy copies because we really haven't been able to find the original.
Well, downstairs in the game room, we want to put some old pictures of that building
Oh, well.
along the way, maybe, and then like the surrounding area. We haven't looked very hard for pictures, but, you know, if anybody's got pictures for that, we're willing to buy copies of them,
Yeah.
so.
The Magma Hills may have, Margaret lives, she's a forehand now. She lives out Bloomsdale.
Mhm.
She may have some pictures when she was young of there, I'm not sure if the Magma Hills took very many pictures or not. But they lived up there for several years
Gotcha.
when I was growing
Yeah,
up.
we'd love just to have a picture of it, like original, and then now, you know, kind of thing, or even the in between.
Yeah, that's what's neat, comparing
Yeah, to kind
what
of
it was
see.
and what it is,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
or the old and the
and having
new.
it more of a storefront again with the game
Right.
room. You know, it's like more of a, you know, kind of thing. So
Bill Nagar may have some, but I don't know that that area was that popular taking pictures of.
right.
And all the bomb stars, I think, are, there wasn't many generations of them there.
Mhm.
The one had no children, and Mamie and Irene were not married, so.
She's
I don't
from here,
know.
she knows the whole history, I don't.
I think it's awesome. I love hearing about
I'm
it.
from Illinois.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. How long have you been here?
Since 60.
Yeah, that's a while. You've probably seen a lot of changes over the years too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was born in Nashville, Illinois.
Okay, cool. I've heard about that.
My ancestors were the Abraham Lincoln.
Oh no, that's so neat. It really is.
I come from that dynasty.
Hey, you got a little bit of everything now. Here and there, huh?
Yeah, the other half is Polish. I got from the Polish side too. Fun-loving side.
And I got the best of the best, French, Indian, and German.
There you go. You're a hootin' tom.
I know.
Well, you know, I never did find out what the Lincolns were. Well, they were English, they came from England.
I have
Honest
no
Abe.
idea what he was.
Yeah, they, 1600 came from England. I got 'em way back.
That's really cool.
Okay, well, I guess you guys can,
Thank you.
I'm gonna
for-
make him go take me some food. Give me some food.
Something to eat.
Yeah.
All right.
so we sure appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you.
We appreciate you having
guys.
us.
And anytime you got some more news to straighten out the rumors, just
Yeah,
Just let
give
you
us
know.
a call and come on by.
All right, will do. Thank you.
tear up some more
Well, thank
houses
you.
and right, some more. I
Very
love
good.
Bring
it.
up some pictures next time. Thanks, girl.
Yeah,
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good rest of the
Hey,
evening.
y'all too.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I guess we'll say goodnight.
I guess we'll say goodnight. Yep.
Thank
So-
you for watching. We hope
And-
you enjoyed it, especially
And-
these new people that are restoring some of these old houses and doing wonderful jobs.
Right. And so tune in next 2 weeks from now and we'll be back. We don't know who's going to be on, but we'll have somebody. Yeah.
We
So-
found you.
All right. Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody. Have a good week.